Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online. Welcome back to my burner agent mission series. Interesting episode today, and see how this goes. Basically, I've done some research since our last video, and figured I'd want to walk through the process that I just went through with you guys, and because I found it pretty interesting. So I spent a good 3 to 4 hours this morning trying to get 2 burner missions, even 1 burner mission that we could run for the series today. And, you know, I was skipping missions, I used both agents, I even ran a few just normal level 4s to clear them out when we started getting low, and to build up the standings so we could skip some more. And I couldn't get a combination of missions we could run that were not in low sec. Every single burner mission, especially the one, every single one that we could run, and most of the ones that we couldn't, all spawned in low sec. So I did some research, and I did some looking around, and simplified version of what I discovered. I didn't want to do all the math and the calculations and ratings and all that, but just a few things I've learned to look for when looking for where you're going to run your burner missions. So let's do that. While I'm doing some running around, I have to pick up a few bits. I've already factored, you may notice, the price increase of our assets, etc. I did some purchasing, added some things to our fleet. I'm just picking up the last little bits now in preparation to do this move. Let's take a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to be moving from the system we've been running burner agents in, and we're going to move back to Gens, the Rodent Shipyards, and we're going to go up there and see what we can do there, because I did remember that for some reason we weren't getting a lot of agents in low sec there. It might have happened very occasionally, but not enough that it was a problem. This time it's a big problem. So let's take a look at why that is. I'm going to pick up the item I purchased here. I grabbed some rigs for our Daredevil. And again, I did factor this in because we were moving. I actually stripped the Daredevil down so I can haul it in this hauler, because it's faster than flying back and forth 3 times or 4 times. I already have to do it twice, so brought it down from 4 to 2, so that'll be good. So let's go ahead on the way and let's look. So here's what it is. Personal assets. Here's where we've been running missions for the last few episodes. We're gonna show info. When we get in warp, this is a 3-second aligning 10 AU per second deal that also cloaks if I need it to. So this is pretty good for hauling small amounts of stuff. It doesn't haul a lot, but it hauls enough for me most of the time. Show on map. So here's what it is. And I'm going to try and do this so I can still bring this up. All right. So you can see here, here's our hub. This is where our 2 agents were, where they are. And then Anomic agents will spawn missions within up to 4 jumps. Okay, I think it's between 2 to 4, but it's definitely within 4, so 2 to 4. Just what I've run. It'll do it in the constellation that you're in, and up to 1 constellation past that. So this is our path, but that's okay. Here's what you see. This is our system. 1, 2, low sec. 1, 2, 3, low sec. Right? So from here, there's already 2 just in this constellation, low sec systems within 2 jumps. This one's within 1, so we may or may not see that. But then there's also another constellation there, another constellation there, another one there, another there. Actually, use that one. Yeah, that'll be another constellation. So all these other constellations that spring off within the 2 jumps. And each of those potentially have low sec as well. Like this one is low sec, and then spin off here, there's a low sec, there's a low sec. Right? You can see the problem we're having? So that illustrates it. That's why we're seeing so many low sec systems with our missions with these 2 agents. These are not good agents if you don't want to go into low sec. So we're going to move back to Gens. And why? Well, let's take a look at how Gens compares. So keep in mind just how messy that was. Now, I don't think Gens is the best, and that's due to some of the other math that was discussed in the various articles I read, where you want to find systems that have the maximum number of systems within 2 jumps and the least within 4. So you want most of the systems around it to be within 2 jumps. I didn't want to dig too far because I'm already kind of set up in Gens. I still have some stuff there. I've already got standings with the agents, that sort of thing. But here's Gens. So within 4 jumps. So let's see what we have. 1, 2. There'll be an agent there. But you can already see there's nothing within 2 jumps because everything within 2 jumps is in this constellation and none of it's low sec. 1, 2. This is one of the low sec jumps right here. This is the closest low sec. So 1, 1, 2 to the low sec system of Ufine. And then within 2 more jumps here, we have one there, one there for low sec. Okay? Everything else is high sec there. Let's pop back to Emittens. And then the other systems are 1, 2, 3 to this low sec pocket of indoor. And you'll see here, nothing in that system is low sec, so we're not going to spawn a low sec if we end up going that way. And the other is 1, 2, and there's kind of 2 constellations here. One over here. I can't click on it for some reason, we'll get that in a second. But we'll look here in Lumberlopes. That was 3. Lumberlopes, 4. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So one more jump in, we're not hitting these systems. So far we're at 2 low sec systems. And then the other flying here. I am kind of watching here to see if anything scary happens, but usually we should be okay. We're pretty fast. It would have to be like insta-locking ruptures or something to catch us, so it could happen if we get sort of scouted. I'm more worried about it. I'm not worried about it now because we're not carrying anything. I'm more worried about it if we start hauling, you know, a billion ISK worth of stuff. So that flight will be a little hairy, but that's okay. So there was nothing there. There was 2 there. If we go over here to the Essence one, click on it. It'll be this system. And again, no low sec in this. So that is why it works for us. As you can see, it's just makes sense, right? There's 2 low sec systems within 4 jumps. That's why we were very rarely, if ever, seeing them. And a lot of it does happen within the same constellation, within, you know, the whole 2 jumps, all of them. Yeah. I'm going to ramble on. That's basically the gist of it. So that means we're going to move. So what else did I do? Let's see. I did, as you can see again, there's some updates. So I did do some purchasing. I purchased the new rigs. That's what we're going to pick up right now, are the new rigs for the Daredevil, because I repackaged it. What else did we do? We went in here. So that's the Daredevil here for the Dramiel. And I've started looking at some other. This one is for the Worm. But maybe the next one we do. I haven't decided yet. But I did go ahead and pick up a new Nurgle. And the fittings that we had lost. Now again, I already had a lot of the fittings. So let me just grab my thing here. We'll talk about that in a second if you guys want. That's the T2. So I should have 3 rigs now. Whoops. Should have all 3 rigs. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now we're headed to Igna. That is where the rest of our stuff is. And then we're going to sort of talk about the logistics here, because a lot of people, especially newer players, I mean, maybe newer players wouldn't be doing burner missions, but if this is something you want to aim to, this is kind of the way I handle my logistics. I'm not an expert at it, but right now I have the inertial stabilizer, so I have my line time, and I just add these as I need to, as I fill it up. It doesn't happen very often, but there we go. But that's not what we're here for. I picked up the fit for the one we lost, I believe was this one. Might have been this or the Daredevil. It was one of the 2. In fact, I may have already had these fits, but I calculated with it anyway, so I took the 2 fits and calculated with it. That's why it's so high here. It was about 508 million for the hull and the 2 sets of fits. It is like a unified fit is what the guide calls it, so it uses the same rig, so we only have to switch out the modules, so we get to use the same hull, one hull. The Daredevil will not, so we're going to end up with 3 separate Daredevil hulls and 2 Nurgles to run the 5 burner agents. But so I have them here. They've been calculated. They're actually already staged here. We're going to be grabbing those for our run home. But let's look at it from the guide while we do this. Perfect. That's in our way. We're actually going to jump here in a second, so I won't talk just yet. I'm just kind of trying to work through my thought process as we move stuff around. Here it is. So these are the 5 burner missions. We can already do the teams because we have the Garmur. I have got the comments. Yes, it's a little blingy. Yes, it can be done. There's probably a couple other ways you can do it. There was some suggestions with jams. I'm not going to change it now. I spent the money on the Garmur. We're going to use it for how it intended. It does them fast enough for me at the moment. Once I stop messing up a lot, and now we're down to getting the most of our clear time, we can start looking at things like orbiting closer and using rage missiles for some of them. Right? We are probably going to switch to... Wow, that was quick. Why did I stop here? Oh yeah. We're probably going to switch to using precision missiles and orbiting further out, like orbiting at 30 kilometers and using precision missiles against the Jaguar. Apparently, as we kind of discovered, every so often they'll get a wrecking shot, which means as long as they're shooting at you, even if they have a 0% chance to hit, There's always that one chance. I think it's one. Ash was going through the math as well. Was telling me about it, but it's like a 1% chance that they'll get a wrecking hit as long as they can shoot at you. If you're in range and they can shoot, there is that chance. It's something like that, where when the closer you get to 0, the more chance of getting a wrecking shot or something like that. So apparently we got very lucky, is the long and the short of it, that because he was shooting at me and missing, there was a chance that he'd hit us, and there's a very good chance that that hit, 1 or 2 of those, and we would have been dead. So we're going to fix that. We're going to orbit at 30. We're going to use precision against the Jaguar going forward. I do have to get those missiles. I haven't done that yet. I've been focused on getting my Nurgle set up. I did decide to go with the Nurgle because it does clear off 2. So that's what I did, is I looked here. This part right here is talking about the unified Nurgle fit. Let's pause. Back into the game. Okay, so this is the last run, so let's see if everything fits. So what I've done is I took the expensive one that I didn't want to break down. The Nurgle was never built, it was just a hull. I hauled it here unfit and packaged. What I did is I took the expensive one. This one's got more expensive rigs, so I stuck it in the fighter frigate escape bay on my Dominics that I'm going to bring with us. So I'm going to do one trip there with the hauler. I'm going to haul back with like something, probably a shuttle or something, and then I'm going to fly the Dominics back carrying Gladius, and that's perfect. It gives us 2 trips instead of having to fly the Dominics and the 2 fit frigates and then still a hauler for the Nurgle. So that's cool. So I'm just going to grab all of this, stick it in here. We're going to grab these 2 hulls, stick it in here. Does it fit? No. Excellent. Well, not excellent, but you know what I mean. You can see we are a little bit short. We are what? What I'm going to do, drag one of these out and put one of these in. That's probably not enough. Are we going to let us fit both? I think it might. Maybe try with all 3. It may not be enough. Oh, there we go. Whoops. Okay, it did fit. Let's cancel that. So if I take this off, what does it do? Why was that not? Hold on. Okay. I don't know what I did the second time. The second one would have fit, so I can use 2 inertials. And so what I'm doing here, I'm not sure why I have 4. I think I just grabbed all of my stasis weapifiers. I think some of those might end up being part of the Daredevil fits. I don't know why I grabbed so many. Where's my other? Did I? Uh-oh. Oh, there they are. Ah, okay. It's so tight. Okay. We do need to put the other cargo expander on. We can carry our inertials with us. Ha, that's funny. There we go. Beautiful. So it's nice and tightly packed. We're not going to look at how much it is. We're just going to fly. That's good. That's good. And we are set to go. There's nothing too scary along the way. As long as we're not being followed, we should be okay. All right. Here we go. So, what did I do? I've got the Daredevil for the Dramiel fit. It's already set, or the Courier. Dramiel? The Dramiel. Yes. So it's good to go. I also looked down here on that, and we saw the 3 fits that the Nurgle can fit. This is the Jaguar. We're going to keep using the Garmur for that, so we don't need to do that. I needed the fittings for the Daredevil and the Blood Agent. I've got those in my haul. I built them. I accounted to build it for building those down here. I did include the ammo in the price. I meant to split it out, but I forgot when I was doing the calculations, when I was calculating it, so it's actually in there, but that's okay. I'll break that out at some point when I remember. So, we're going to have the Nurgle to do 2. Yeah, so it's going to be the Nurgle for these 2, the Courier and the Daredevil. I have those fits already. We have one Daredevil already set up to do the Dramiel fit. And then if we look at the other 2, so we have a Succubus and a Worm. Right? Yes, Succubus and a Worm. So for the Succubus, this is the best fit. And it's a couple 100 million. So we could do this. I might have all these things already. So if I do, and some of these may already actually be part, like we don't probably have to redo the light neutron blasters because they're already going to be there. We can just swap them around in the beginning. The biggest thing is that the rigs don't match, so we do have to get separate hulls. So I'm going to sit down with what I have and what I need, and I'm going to find out what I need to buy. We're going to go from there as we start building up the other 2 ships. So we need one for the succubus, and I'm pretty sure the... I just cloaked to make it harder for people to see me. It probably doesn't matter, but ship can do it. So succubus and worm is, yes, also a daredevil. And again, we could go down to the cheap alternative if we need to, but it could die on us, so it'll just cost us more in the end. So I'd like to go for the proper fit. So yeah, this looks here. Still the light neutron blaster, so that'll be fine, and we'll just double check that. So that's going to be my plan going forward. If you guys would like to see me go through that process of sort of deciding, that's my shopping list, what to buy. If you want to see me do the fits up and copy them over and do the thinking, I can do that on camera. If you'd rather me just do it, great. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure you guys would like to just see me flying some missions, so that's what we're going to do. I've already got... Go to personal assets and search and look up Daredevil. Ooh. I have 3 more. One of them was set up for snowballs, and these ones can be stripped down and repurposed. These were given to me. I think these were... They might have been PvP fits. I can strip 2 of these down and use them to build up. But I will still factor the cost of the hull in the notes. It's just nice that I don't have to buy them. So that between that and the fits I already have, I should be able to get to the point where we can do all the burners and all the teams in the next episode or 3. I am a little broke. I'm at 90, a little bit less than 90 now, 74 million. But that's life, right? Buying the Nurgle and all the fits ate up what I currently had. So, very exciting. I've got 7 jumps to do, plus I still have to move the Dominics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll bring you guys back once we're in station and ready to do some missions. So, stand by. Hello, we are back. We got everything moved to back to our old old home. Guns, and we have a mission we can do, so we are going to get at least 1 mission in this episode. Ooh, I was afraid there for a minute, but very first reroll got us this, and it's against the Hawk, so we know that that's both are against EM. Let's just, Logi Weak, EM, Hawk, EM, yes, okay, excellent, we double check it there, it should also be in our notes, that's okay. So we are going to go out and we are going to do this, it's 4 jumps away, right, 2 to 4 jumps, let's max them out, but not low sec, and that's all that matters. Oops, did I accept it? No. Stop. Alright, now we can go. We'll make a little bit of ISK since I spent a little bit. Go do 1 mission, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that. You know, a little bit of talk about my thought process. Rather than trying to do it while running the mission, I figured I'd do it while I was hauling stuff around, and that worked. I think it worked out quite well. We'll see how it goes. Alright. We want that. Everything else is good. That up here. Why did this change? Oh, I know why this changed, because I haven't actually done these missions since I switched up my settings, so I was doing them on my tower, now I'm doing them on my laptop. That was an old setup. There's nothing new, this is all whatever. Hide some of this stuff just so we can see better. There we go. Again, traveling isn't so bad. I don't mind traveling 4 jumps. The other thing is we do have some other agents. If we do run into trouble, we can go to Hale. It's only like 2 jumps away. Mies is 2 jumps away. And this is actually the system we're headed to. We could always pop in there. Now it is different. Well, these 3 are all the same, so that wouldn't even be too bad. But we also do have a lot of Juns. I should actually have cached all that in. But you know, all part of the process. We are 2 more jumps. Be 2 after this. Yeah, I'm hoping this works out better and I'm actually able to get a majority of the missions because we can run all but 2 of the non-base missions, and then the base ships are going to be a little expensive. Looks like we're doing mostly heavy assault cruisers. Sorry, I've been wearing my headset for a long time. My ears are starting to hurt. But yeah, I want to get this done. We'll get a mission ran. We'll get some of that debt worked off. Not really debt, it's the money I spent. For those who don't know, who are new to my channel, maybe this is the first of my series you've watched, I'm not really big on the actual ISK per hour, ISK. I'm using it as kind of a metric that we can use to measure how good these are. But I just like having fun. I'm enjoying doing burner missions. If even if this series doesn't last long enough for me to make that bag, it was well worth it for me to have the fun. So, just to be clear, I'm not in this to make the ISK. I mean, I want to see if it's possible for those that are interested, if it is such a thing. And I don't see why not. Once you've got everything set up, as long as you're not losing ships, it's just a matter of time, right? But it's a good idea to see. It's interesting to see how much time it takes, right? That's my thoughts, anyway. We're going to set 20. We're actually going to set our default to not that. Let's do 22. I know we can probably do 20, but I don't want to risk it right now, and it doesn't really matter as long as we're in range. As long as we're in range, it does not matter. Unless we're going to switch down to precision scripts or Fury missiles, Fury rockets, it doesn't really matter. And we're not going to do that at the moment. As I said, once I start getting comfortable, we can start playing around with eking out a couple extra seconds here and there, right? Oh, let's turn all this on. That would have been smart, right? And now we're just going to let everything kind of settle down. We're going to take no, not the Hawk first. I'm going to start shooting them, and then we will check once everything kind of looks solid. They're no longer bouncing? Okay. He's actually out of range. Hang on. What are we orbiting at? We're at 22. Okay, so we just got to give him a second. He actually flew right out of range. We'll do this one first. Now it should be settled. Everything's good. I am orbiting the Hawk. We're outside. Okay, let's take a look at the info. So, they're shield tanked. Yeah, resists against EM is the primary. Go info. Hopefully that wasn't blocked. And shield, yeah, excellent. So EM for both in this case. So the Hawk is easy. It's one missile type. So I guess the other idea people have been mentioned is to use a jammer, jam out one Logi while shooting the other one, and then just shoot one Logi and the Hawk. That is possible. Jams don't always hit, so you're adding a little bit of RNG to it there, which isn't a big deal. Could be a thing to do. I haven't used a lot of jams. Usually when I was in Faction Warfare, I was usually flying either the Vigil for target painting when I was doing EM, or I was doing Disruption. I didn't do a lot of jams. We did do a lot of jams. I personally just didn't do it. Oh yeah, I didn't have my target painter on that guy either. That would have helped. But yeah, so that is another route you could go. You could probably make that work. We'd have to check what the ranges are on the jams and what the actual success chances are. But, I mean, if you're going fast enough the Hawk can't shoot you and you can jam out one of the Logi, then you can really take out the first Logi in no time and not have to kill the second one. So it probably could potentially speed everything up. Well, maybe something we'll play with. Maybe not with a Garmur. Maybe we'll fit up something else for that. We'll have to see. I don't need to switch the ammo, so we'll just clear this guy off. The thing I want to check is, because it's been a while since I've looked, I wonder if the missions you can complete them remotely. Because if I can just fly around, collect a bunch of missions at the beginning, fly home, cancel them all in, although we'll have to switch ships a lot of the time, I think, so that may not work quite as well. Let's get in here now. We can see, got the graphics cranked up, everything's running smooth. Oh, so nice. Okay. We're going to turn this off. Crap. We're going to stop this at about... We're about what? 15? We'll hit the brakes? No, now we're going nice and slow. I'm going to pulse it once, and we'll hit the brakes at like 12 or 15. That stop was okay? Yeah, that worked. Nothing of value. So we will head home. Alright. Well, we got to do a mission, so that's great. Let's update. Nope, not read details. Let's update our conversation. Go in here, and we will add this in. So the base pay is 2,200,000. That is not the right keyboard. 2,200,000. And 2,360,000. Bounty's going to be 5 million. There we go. Now, did that update? It did. Perfect. We'll go cash that in. Yeah, see, I can't actually hand it in. You have to fly around to do it. So that solves that mission, or that issue. You have to go visit your agents to hand them in. It would be nice if you can complete them remotely, but, you know, 2 jumps between isn't so bad in frigates. It might be a little more. We'll figure that out as we go forward, how to best optimize it. I just wanted to find a good place to actually do them. The other thing I've been thinking is for the Daredevils, because we're going to have 3 different fits, I'm going to name them all. So like Dave right now does the Dramiel, so Dave Dramiel. We'll have to come up with a name for the Succubus, something with an S, and the Worm, something with a W. So if you guys want to suggest 2 names, one with an S, one with a W, down in the comments down below, we'll pick one. Maybe we'll do some sort of, depending on how long it takes and all that, maybe we'll do some sort of voting on what name we choose, something like that. But I would like to find a name with S and a name for W for my other 2 Daredevils. That way we can identify them. Dave for Dramiels, W for Worm, etc. That'll be fun. Look at our time here, 12 minutes, 10 minutes. We shall see. I'm glad that we got a mission. It kind of feels, I mean, maybe it's just, confirmation bias, but it feels like we're going to move to a system that has less low sec, and we're going to get more missions we can run. And the very first one we got was one we could run, so that's pretty sweet. Makes me feel sad for wasting 3 hours, 4 hours this morning, but, I don't even know what time it is. We're wrapping up here right away. I gotta go have some supper. I did take the day off yesterday, which is why there was no recording. It was my birthday. And yeah, so spent the day, rebuilt my studio / command center, that sort of thing. So you can see there's a green screen behind me again. That's good. Took the day to get some stuff sorted out, hang out with the family, that sort of thing. But yeah, pretty beat. But we moved everything that we needed to Juns. I did leave my Noctis there. It's too far. I'm not going to bother hauling salvage back the 9 jumps home to, at least not right now. Maybe something I do in the future. But I didn't feel like flying the salvager all the way up here. It's a slow ship. I might just buy one in the area. They're not that much when I do have to do these missions, but there we go. Hand this in. Complete. Let's see what our standings actually is with this guy. I didn't even look. 3, yeah. We have some room to buffer as well, so that's great. Oh, don't read that. See what he gives us. Okay, twist my arm. We're going to do another one. We'll do one more mission. In the same system. Let's just do it. We can switch ammo as we go. So that was the Vengeance. We will do it. One more mission. We're going to get 2 in today. It's going to be great. Wrong keyboard again. 2 keyboards, 2 mice. A little bit more tricky now, but there we go. How come you're not undocking? Check this. And this was the Vengeance. And it's explosive first and then thermal. Explosive then thermal. So we'll switch to our explosive ammo. See? Already so much better. Already. So the other day, between a few videos, just like a little story, we purchased fit up a Vargur, my Vargur. I have a Vargur that I've been sitting on. I don't use it for much anymore because I don't really do level 4s outside of these videos all that often. It's been sitting there collecting dust and I wanted to fly it. So we fit it up to join Ashtrothi's shield invasion fleets. Now that I've got this set up, I fully intend to actually record them and actually have usable footage. I couldn't use any of the recording footage. It was too busy. Things kind of lagged on the recording part. But now that I've got a 2 system set up, I do fully intend to record fleets that are going with Ash and friends. It was a lot of fun being in the Vargur again. I like that ship. I like Marauders. It wasn't fit like a Marauder. It didn't have a Bastion module or a jump drive. It was just for the fun. And because I could. So it was flown in the shield fleet with autocannons. I had a lot of fun. I spent a few hours with Ash and and the friends and the other Malrovians, and some of his fleets are always public. He runs his stream Monday to Friday, so go follow him there on Twitch. Most of those times he is running fleets, and public is free to join. He does, you get your base payouts for the fleet, and he also sells the loot and pays people out based on that. So it's always a lot of fun. Malro and Ash, we all have fits. We have a Praxis fit where a day one character who uses a buddy code and invitation link and gets the free 1 million SP. With the proper application of skill points, there's a Praxis fit that can be used to go on those fleets with the Malrovians. So even if you don't have a high-sec character or you don't have a character that's trained for something like that, it is very quick and easy to get into it, and it's a lot of fun. And you do make a pretty good amount of money. Depending on the size of the fleet, that changes, right? More people, less money each, but more money overall. And even then, I was there for a couple hours, and I made my share. Got, the lowest payouts I think we got was about 8 million per site, and then whatever I didn't even look, whatever the modules came to, but definitely highly recommend it if you want to check out some fleet stuff. Is check out Ash's stream, and worst case, fire up a brand new alpha and jump into the alpha Praxis. Oh yeah. You can find links to Malro Discord down in the description below. That's one place to reach out and start finding how to get access to these. The other thing is just to check out Ash's stream, watch when he's live, and pretty much anybody there that with the knowledge will help you get set up. So that was a lot of fun. So I want to say thank you, Ash, for taking me along on that. Thank you, Fonsui, for the fit. And well, I bought all the fittings and stuff, but he designed it, and it was a lot of fun. I like flying it. I'm going to try a few ships, so when I do start recording, I'm going to fly. Sometimes I'll be flying Logi, sometimes I'll be flying DPS, but... Okay, there. Kind of currently getting ready to start turning. We're trying to close... Oh no. I thought that was the Vengeance for a second. That would have been bad news. We're just going to kind of wait for things to settle down. We are an explosive. Let's fire at this guy. And we'll just watch it, make sure it doesn't go out of range. Let's get in here. Turn our camera on these. We get the view. Grab some screenshots. Beautiful. Yeah, and this is plenty fast. I mean, we can probably squeeze... It'll probably be a matter of a minute at most total. Oh, those 3 missiles went off a little weird. But even if we start shaving off... aren't we hitting? We are hitting them, right? Yeah. Okay. It's just the Logi's keeping them up a little bit. That's okay. Is it explosive? Let's double check. No info. These ones are armor. So definitely explosive. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. And the Vengeance. I'm trying to get in the habit of checking these. Is thermal. Yes, that's what I said. Thermal. Perfect. Yeah, so those ones that fly off, either they're missing or... That's weird. Alright. We're almost through. Once we get him into hull, it won't be long. Yeah, see? So yeah, check out the Malro Discord. As always, if you want to talk to me, reach out to me specifically, you can always do the discussion, the comment section down below if it's just a comment. If you actually want to have a conversation, I don't mind. I like doing that. We can even do it, over time. It may not be real time, but I do have a PDK Discord as well. Link for that'll down below. There is currently sort of a temporary page that's up. It's got some of that information. May or may not still work. We're in the process of rebuilding, so I'd have to talk to my developer. But it may still be up. It may have already been taken down. So if you do see that the web page is missing, I am building one that's more focused on me, YouTube. It will have the Malware information there as well, but it's also allowing me a place to put some of my YouTube related stuff that's not necessarily Malro. I do intend to play some other games. I did just record. It may come up before this video, it may not. I don't know what order they're going to come up in yet. But due to this isolation thing and having a lot of free time, I've decided to start tackling into some games that I've either wanted to try, just haven't had time, or games that I've played before that I want to get back into and haven't had time. So I did record a little bit of Ark. It went pretty well. I died like 38 times, 7, but something like that. So that'll be coming up here in the next few days, just whenever there's a gap. I intend to throw that up for now. And there's a few other games I'm looking at. I might do some more Factorio. Although now with the new system, I can actually record things like Satisfactory if people want to see something like that. I'm not very good at it. What else that I've been looking at? Path of Exile is a game I've always wanted, because I like Diablo, but I really wanted to dig into Path of Exile, but I just didn't feel I had the time. I do have it. Well, it's free to play. Everybody has it. And I do have some Stellaris. I don't know what expansions I have, but another game that I haven't actually played. I bought once when it was on sale. I'd like to give that another go. So I may just throw those up. They may be one-offs, but they'll definitely make appearances here and there when I don't get YouTube or Eve recorded. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm a dumb. I didn't switch to my thermal ammo. That's why it's taking so long. Talked right through the reload. Well, it wasn't a reload. I talked right through the ammo switching point. Luckily, there's no Logi to heal him, so I can just... That's their missiles. Those three weird ones. That's not me. That's them shooting missiles. Right. Okay. Actually, go take a look at this guy. Uh-oh. What happened? In the camera, it's making things weird. Oops, opening app again. Oh, yeah, see, it looks so much better when you actually use the right ammo. Alright. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna go get the that. Might as well reload these while we're here. Are you going? We're just gonna... one pulse. We'll pop the brakes at, like, there. Yeah, see, that's better. Nothing of value. Set destination and go home. I'm going to cut it there. I hope it all worked out. I hope you guys enjoyed that first piece with me sort of talking through my thoughts and doing the moving stuff around. Just showing you kind of some of the background stuff. If you do want to see me sort of on camera decide how I want to fit up the last two and how I want to handle the last two Daredevils, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll gladly record that when the time comes. And if you prefer just to see more missions, also let me know that. Whatever people want to see. That's going to be it for this video. As always, leave your comments and suggestions down below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video and want to see more. It definitely helps the channel, gets my videos out there, helps more people find it. And take care. We'll see you all next time. I'm out of here.